Hello, what's up and what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the off season for the Cleveland Browns franchise here in Madden 06 on the PS2. The NFC squad beat the AFC squad in the Pro Bowl. Alright, so we're going to be moving pretty quickly. We're going to re-sign some guys, draft some guys, and then after the draft, that's when they have the free agency period. Capers retired. You saw Wislingo coach his son's high school team. We need a special teams coordinator, so Coach Ford, come down to town. That's right, you are now a Cleveland Brown. Crockett, Favre retiring. John Lynch is also retiring as well. Willie McGinnis, he is gone. He's going to go work for NFL Network. Keyshawn Johnson, he has a job lined up with ESPN. Marshall Falk is also going to hang it up. Joey Galloway, still fast as heck, 94 speed, but he's going to hang it up as well. As far as the Cleveland Browns are concerned, nobody retired, but we do have a restricted free agent in Josh Harris, and we're gonna let the homie Josh Harris walk. He is going to be a free agent. As far as the people that we want to bring back, definitely want to bring back Dennis Northcutt, but we're still gonna look to draft some receivers because we will be letting Davis go. Coleman, right guard, 92 overall, 28 years of age. We are going to bring him back. Everybody else that I could re-sign, I'm not going to. We only have 15 mil under the cap. We do have to do the draft. We have 10 draft picks because of the trade that we did with the Arizona Cardinals. So yeah, and 10 I believe is the max in this game, so I gotta make sure we sign all of them. But we will be bringing back Thompson just because I'm gonna be using a multiple defense look, so I want to make sure I have all the right pieces for that. He's more of a straight up outside linebacker in a 4-3. We do run a 3-4 traditionally, so I want to make sure I keep on the roster just to see how it works out. Again, Northcutt, not Coleman, because I love my old linemen to be beastly, but everybody else, they might be traded. So, this run stopping left end, Little, he had a terrible interview. I don't like that because I don't know if that means there's a win, this is going to be terrible or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to trade out of the first round. I still want to pick him. I just don't want to pick him at that spot. I will much rather save a couple of Qualos but still have him on the team. So we're going to execute this trade. We get the Bears' second round pick. That's pick number 2. And their fourth round pick, which is also pick number 2. We also traded with Arizona, who was the worst team in this franchise. They had the number 1 pick. So in one of these rounds, we will be picking first. All right, here goes the guys that were drafted already in the first round. I've never really done this before, and I may not do it again because they don't show you what team they got drafted from this screen, and I just wish that they would have, because to me it would have made things a little more simpler and will give us opportunity to kind of keep track on who's doing what and how good they are becoming to be. All right, so the Bears, they picked a receiver. That's cool. We're still gonna look to pick up a receiver, but later on in the draft. So Little, second round pick, I like that. Let's keep everything moving. D tackle, we're gonna pick him up as well because again, we're gonna be having 2 D tackles on the field at all times, or most of the time. Brown, he is going to be our first receiver that we take. Buckley, a right end, we're going to be bringing him to town as well. Now we're looking at Rutledge. We had another Rutledge that we were looking at, a receiver. Maybe they're brothers, I don't know, but we're going to pick up that cornerback because again, I want corners and I want receivers just to have the depth chart, or just have the depth in the depth chart. Gonna pick up a punter right there. We already have one on the roster. He's not that good, so we're probably gonna cut him at some point. All right, we pick up Dunbar. Now we're gonna pick up Hamilton, who is a fullback, kind of just a throwaway pick. And then the last pick in the draft, Davis, is a center. And that center is going to be one of the best guys that we drafted. We got him in the 7th round. So we're going to release Gary Baxter. He's not happy here. And we need the cap space to sign everybody. I couldn't sign Davis, but we traded him, or we got rid of Baxter, freed up some cap room. Now we were able to get him on the dotted line, have him sign on the dotted line, and he's 78 overall. We have 4 guys who are 78 overall. Brown is 77 overall. Rutledge, 76 overall. Davis being the highest 78 overall player. I mean, because it wasn't alphabetical order, obviously, but that says something. 7th round pick is our best player, so I'm glad that we were able to sign him, because I was thinking about just letting him walk, but I was like, forget that. Let's trade one of these old heads, and we got, not trade, but release one of these old guys, and we ended up releasing Gary Baxter, so now it makes our young cornerbacks a little bit more valuable, because we did draft Wolford last season, who has crazy speed. Both of our corners, 98 and 96 speed, respectfully, I believe. Both of our receivers we drafted this year are fast. So Stover's now a Falcon. Willis McGahee is now playing for those Titans. So is Gary Baxter. When it comes to tight end, Daniel Graham, he is now playing for those Jaguars. Drones is going back home to Denver to play for those Broncos. Weaver is now a Charger. Ted Johnson is now a Buck. Lucas is playing for those Dallas Cowboys. Duck is going to go replace Willis McGahee in Buffalo, be their running back. Don't think that he's going to be the starter because I believe Henry is still there and Henry still puts in work. Rhodes, he's going to be a backup running back for the Steelers. And then Davis, he also signed with those Denver Broncos. So two of the Browns going to play for the Denver Broncos. Here goes some of the free agent quarterbacks. As you can see, the Packers, maybe they're putting a hope in Trent Dilfer. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers has blossomed into something. Hopefully he has. If he hasn't, then maybe Trent Dilfer would be their starting quarterback in Green Bay. All right, so we're going to check out the depth chart real quick. Eubanks is going to be at our number 1 receiver. He's not. Edwards is clearly. I just want Edwards to be in our 2 spot, and I want to keep Northcutt in the slot. All right, Fisk, we're going to be moving him down the depth chart. Rodgers, he's going to be our starting D tackle. And then when it comes to our 3rd string quarterback, JT O'Sullivan, come to town. So candidate, he's going to get beasted on just a little bit because Joe Moore, who got some significant playing time last year, was our starting outside linebacker, even though Thompson was not clearly, but he was a higher overall. But Joe Moore, I like what the future, I think the future is bright for him. I really do. So he's 82 overall now. Now we got Rodgers, the big homie, trying to beast, trying to feast, trying to get this one under 7 seconds. Can't quite do it. 7-9, so we get silver, and we're going to put all his points. I was going to put all his points on the acceleration, but I ended up putting all his points to strength. 87 acceleration, I think is good enough. If he could have 99 strength, I think that would be beastly, all right? Edwards, he's number 1 receiver. He's still pretty young, so I want him to blossom even more. We're going to put all 3 of his points to catching, and he's going to be 91 overall going into the new season. Wolford, who I mentioned earlier, he was who we drafted last year at the cornerback spot. Our cornerbacks are getting older. Ty Law, he's like 33 overall, 33 years of age, excuse me. His overall started to dip a little bit. So he's still the best cornerback on our team, but he can't play forever. And he's 33, and some guys do retire at 33 in this game. Candidate, 89 overall now. Felipe in that pocket, we get gold with him, and he is now going to be 91. All right, putting everything towards awareness because the accuracy is already at 99. So candidate, 89 overall. Clearly our starting running back, Willie Parker, 74 overall. He's our backup running back as well. Smith is all fullback. No competition at fullback. I just wanted to have 2 on the roster just for the heck of it. Both of our receivers, man. Both of our rookie receivers after the preseason now 78 overall. So that's 5 rookies this class that are 78 overall to kick off their career, and those guys will get some playing time. Right tackle is a concern now because both of our right tackles are out with injuries. So luckily we have a whole bunch of guys that can play. I might kick a guard out there and put our rookie center in to get him some playing time early on in his career so that he can blossom, because he may take over our center spot if he can blossom. Our center is already pretty good, but I know that I can't keep re-signing the best guys on the team and whatnot. 1, to try to keep it realistic. 2, because we're going to run out of money in the cap, and I don't want that to happen. But realism is kind of what I'm going for this time around. I feel like our Falcons franchise, we got a little bit away from that because I was so desperate to win a championship, and it never happened. But to have that many guys out of 99 overall, and of course, Madden 07, a lot of guys were 99 overall. Michael Strahan retired 99 overall. He played until like year 4 or 5 in our franchise, which would have been like 3-4 years past the time that he actually retired, and he retired like 98, 99 overall. So at the end of the day, Madden 07, even though I love that game, the ratings were a little bit outrageous if you ask me. So anyways, Carson Palmer is going to be the starting quarterback because Kidna, he's out with an injury. TJ, who's your mama? Hushmanzada championship, he's out with an injury as well. And they only have, 3 healthy receivers on the roster right now. So yeah, that's going to be tough sledding. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier, I do want this to be a little bit more realistic. Don't want to just go after the best guys or try to keep the best guys. If we can't re-sign somebody, if we have somebody younger waiting in the wings, we're going to give them a chance. It might bring down our team overall, but again, I want this to somewhat be realistic, all right? So as of right now, even though I love Eubanks and he's a talent, Eubanks is playing for his job because he has 1 year left on his deal, and we have 2 young pups waiting in the wings. They are smaller than Eubanks, but they are just as fast, if not faster, than Eubanks. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do this season. All right, Northcutt. The guys I drafted are kind of more like Northcutt type slot receivers that are very quick, very fast. But Northcutt signed to a 4-year deal. I don't want to just throw money away. So yeah. Eubanks, you're on notice, all right? So, of course, the right tackle is Brown. His son now plays right tackle for the Ravens. I just thought that was unique and cool and different, and I just wanted to look at that a little bit longer. So, LeVar Arrington, he's still with the Ravens. They still got probably the best linebacker core in our division, man. Just scary good, scary good. The Steelers, the homie Ben Roethlisberger is 89 overall now. They got Chris Brown, they got Rhodes, and they got Betts. So nothing but free agent running backs that they have. No drafted running backs, no veterans that used to be on the team because the bus has retired, all right? Also, I want to see what these corners can do because I kind of want to move on from Ty Law. But again, he is our best cornerback on the team. So I want to keep him because he is the best corner, but I also know that he's getting older and I don't want to keep on re-signing him. So I want to see what these guys can do. And I also don't want to need him and then he retires on us as well. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're banged up as well on defense. They got a bunch of injuries. I think talent-wise that we clearly are the best team. Hopefully my stick skills can show that and we can have a good season. The Bengals are going to be playing the Steelers in week 1. We got the Seahawks, then the Ravens, then the Dolphins, and the Patriots. So 3 out of our first 4 games are on the road. Then we're back at home versus the Chiefs, on the road versus the Jaguars and the Rams, home game versus the Cards, Steelers on the road, Bills at home, Jets on the road, Ravens at home, Bengals at home, Steelers at home, at the Bengals, and then the 49ers come to Cleveland. That's that. Week 1, dropping sometime this weekend. Hope to see y'all there. Hope that the rest of your day is the best of your day. And until we meet again, my friends, say it with me. Say it with your chest and a high voice. Peace, love, hot sauce.